Yeah. See, some things ain't up for debate. Some things God stamped on you before you ever took your first breath. This one for everything He put inside me. I'm already him, I ain't tryna prove nothing. Favor been on me since the day that I came running. I ain't gotta chase what God already said. I walk in authority, I'm spirit led. I'm already him, yeah, the promise in my bones. His word became flesh, now it live inside my soul. I don't pray in fear, I pray like I'm His kin. God wrote my name in heaven, I'm already him.
Oh yeah, welcome
Welcome.
to another episode of I'm Already Him podcast.
Most definitely. Glad to be here. Blessing to be here.
Yes, what's going on with you, Mr. Clarence?
Man, it's been a week, but it's been a blessed week, an experience gaining week. As you know, we done talked more often this week than we talked in a long time.
Man,
So it's been a week, but we got through it because we got to do it anyway, right?
you gotta do it anyway. You know that's our motto, man. We don't stop.
Yeah,
keep going.
most definitely.
Man, I'm very happy about the day. I'm very excited about the day, actually.
Man, love has a way of doing that to you.
You know, it's
Woo.
that love.
It's in the air, baby.
It's in the air.
There he goes with them vocals.
Yeah. Yeah, look. But but love is in the air, man. We in the season. And,
Most definitely.
we had another episode to do this week, but we decided to do a bonus episode.
Yeah.
So the episode that we were going to do this week, we pushed it to next week, and we did this episode. And this episode is what? Becoming the man love can trust.
Most definitely.
And I thought it would be only right to get a guest speaker today.
I mean,
And let it
who are
be a
we to
female.
just tell people about love?
You know what I'm saying?
As men.
As men. You know what I'm saying? And so I just thought maybe I would just go ahead and find us somebody that is a professional.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
nothing wrong with it.
I got a professional. You know what I'm saying? Got a professional in the house, and I actually have a lot of respect for this young lady. By the way, her name is Miss Felicia Henderson.
Oh yeah,
Miss Felicia Henderson. And when I was going through a little bit of my time, my struggles, she was somebody that I was able to, talk to, and she helped me see through a few things just by a little conversation. And she's a professional now. She actually get paid for this advice. But she saw it in herself to sit with me and have a conversation. I think we talked about a good 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
While I was sitting in the parking lot of the DMV.
Oh, wow.
And man, she gave me a little structure on some things and gave me a little advice, and didn't even charge me for it.
Now that's the blessing.
You hear me? So that just lets you know the type of person she is out the gate, man. Because she can really get paid for her advice, and she really does get paid for her advice. So let this be something special for you guys tonight to be able to tune in with her and get some advice from her and kind of get into her mind. And this is for free.
Yeah.
Right? So it's none other to go ahead and say, love does not fail because of lack of feelings. It fails when safety is absent. Yeah. Today, we are honored to welcome Ms. Felicia Henderson, a practitioner rooted in holistic healing, wound wellness, trauma recovery, self-discovery, and meditation. She helps us understand that healing is not just mental or emotional, it's physical, spiritual, and embodied. Felicia, thank you for bringing your wisdom to this platform. Today, we explore what it truly means for a man to become safe, emotionally regulated, spiritually grounded, and prepared to be trusted with someone's heart. This conversation is not about chasing love. It's about becoming responsible for it. So I want y'all to give her a warm welcome as we bring her to the stage, Miss Felicia Henderson.
Yay. Glad to have you.
Oh, man, it is wonderful to have you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you good. We hear you good. We hear you fine. We hear you good here.
Yes.
Man,
it's
this is
free.
amazing. Look at the clock that T.
Yeah.
Clock that T.
Yes, I love what you guys are doing so much. I just really pray that you keep doing it. I love to see when Black men create something to uplift other men. It's rare, it's needed, it's important. It's what we as a collective need more of. So I thank you as a black woman to thank you black men for doing this.
Most definitely,
Yeah,
most definitely. We are
appreciate it.
definitely appreciative of a woman, a black woman at that, right? Uh, Giving us our flowers, man. It's amazing. So we, it's only our best interest to give you your flowers, and
Indeed.
because it's women like you that help us continue going and motivate us to keep going, man. Because again, we do it for not only our black men, but for our sisters as well. And I don't really like putting a race to it, but let's be honest, our black men are falling to the wayside, and we in this time that our some of our black men stand up, and our other black men stand
Yeah,
up,
most definitely.
and it starts with us. How we say, it starts at home, right?
It does.
When
Most
you
definitely.
raising up a child, you say it starts at home.
Yeah,
So,
Absolutely.
but I mean, it starts at home, and I feel like when it comes from us and it looks like us, it can help us, right?
most
Be
definitely.
better. But moving on into what our topic is about,
Man,
how do you feel right now, Felicia? Like, what are you thinking?
You know what? I'm actually just open. So like I was explaining to you, I don't write no scripts. Um
It's
you
all
get
good.
you will
style right
be
there.
yeah, you'd be more beneficial by robbing my mind than you would my purse. Not saying that my purse is empty, but I'm saying I hold a whole lot of knowledge with the heart to go with it. So
With that type of knowledge, I know that person is empty.
Most definitely. Most
With that
definitely.
type of knowledge, I know that person ain't empty. Oh
But I
man,
feel really good. I'm very honored to be here with you guys today, and just always with the intention to help someone else or give someone else insight or direction, something that will
okay,
help, even if it's just one person. I've done my due diligence. So
man. It always said if you can help one person, if only one person. When you go to church and they said they can only save one soul, they did their job.
Man,
And
heaven will
and that's
rejoice.
and that's exactly how we feel here
Yeah,
at I'm Already Him podcast. Is if we can help one person just see the difference in themselves, I feel like we did what we came here to do.
most definitely.
Because again, what we say him is stand for.
Holy inspired messenger.
So we make sure that we carry the message, man. We move in that order and in that way to be able to do so. So um, let's get started, man. So understanding emotional safety. That's going to be the first thing that we're going to kick in on. And from a healing standpoint, what makes a man emotionally safe for a woman? So we're going to let Miss Felicia get a hold of that question. So
Yeah.
from a healing standpoint, what makes a man emotionally safe for a woman?
when he feels emotionally safe himself, it's not about being prepared for anyone else external of him. Once he established that within himself, that automatically makes him safe for anyone else.
Very true.
What do you
It's
think about it?
it's all
You-
about understanding of self. So somebody that's insecure about their own emotions, let's say they were raised to not show emotions, or they were, you know, condemned when they do show emotions.
I
Of
can't say
course,
that. I can agree. You
I
know,
would. I would. Because I would agree to the point of you asked me a while ago what I think on it. And I'd say you got to be able to communicate effectively. You got to be able to have emotional intelligence. Because without those things, you be in there just handling and not knowing how to handle the situations and just going all over the place.
right, right.
yeah. So a
I,
man who doesn't have that himself, he's not going to be safe with another woman. He doesn't even know how to express himself. He's too busy convicting and holding back his own emotions. And
Yeah,
a lot of men was raised on the term of real men don't cry.
that's a lot.
that's crazy because I had that. That was my thing.
Yeah,
Real men don't cry. I even raised my daughter and that. Don't let nobody see you cry.
yeah,
Wipe them tears.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's been my thing for not just my son, but for
yeah.
my daughter as well. I always felt like crying showed weakness. But coming into my journey, learning myself and understanding what that looked like, sometimes you gotta cry.
Man,
Sometimes you ain't even got no control over it.
even the scripture said they cried out.
They're right.
Yeah,
So what makes me better than them?
man, we
Right.
know better than them.
I agree 100% on that. When a man feels safe with himself, then he can feel safe with a woman. You know, granted, I've had to do the work on myself.
Definitely been there.
I've had to definitely do some work on myself, and I continue to work. The work don't stop. And that's the first thing I want to say is, if you think you stop working on yourself, you never stop working on yourself, because there's always going to be something new that you find out about yourself. So,
And that's how you know you continue to grow.
right. So
Absolutely.
with that being the case, right? Why do so many women struggle to relax in relationships then?
Because so many
Coming with the
women
oil.
are
Right.
so many women are not emotionally safe within themselves either. There's this fear of having to look at yourself after, depending on what your journey consists of. If you can't look at yourself and be safe emotionally with yourself, meaning if you can't sit in a quiet room with no distractions around and be comfortable in your thoughts and be truthful to what you are feeling, you are not going to be able to do the same with someone else. Everything starts with self.
So what if a woman says, "Well, I can sit in a room by myself"? Because I run into a lot of women that say, "I'm comfortable with myself. I can be alone. I'm cool with that," but still can't relax in a relationship. So I think that's one of the biggest things, right? Oh, I'm cool. I'm calm.
Yeah.
I can do this thing by myself, right?
Yeah, so a lot of people will say a lot of things, but unless you are able to, unless you have certain talents that can see past the words and be able to take the mask off, you may be able to sit by yourself, but are your thoughts tearing you up? Are you replaying scenarios and experiences, having negative emotions that are now comfortable because they've been sitting there for so long? A lot of people don't realize, without doing the internal work, just because you can go on day by day and not have those thoughts and not think about this person or that thing or that situation, does not mean your body does not keep the score. Those emotions are still there, and all it takes is the right situation or the right experience for them to come out. Meaning, if you were in a domestic relationship even years or decade back, and you didn't do that internal work to make peace with it and release that energy and those emotions, that happy relationship, that man raised his voice or that woman raised their voice, it's going to trigger something, and it's going to take you all the way back to that original experience.
Yeah.
So just because you can sit by yourself does not mean that you are feeling emotionally safe. Safety comes with having a coherence in your expression of how you're feeling.
So how do you really get to, and this for men and women now, how do you, I know you say you do the work on yourself internally, but what does that safety really look like? Like how do you really truly know that you're safe? Like, right, you could say I'm good, I'm doing the work, but what is it that makes you say, well, I'm safe here?
Until you
Being
experience it, you won't know it.
Like,
My bad, Miss Felicia. I didn't mean to
Oh
cut you
no,
off.
go
no,
ahead. No, no, no,
no.
no. Go for it. As
Because and I'm asking that question because a lot of women say that they, they're not safe or something, or they, how can I put this? You could be with one woman, do everything that you're supposed to do as a man.
Yeah.
And she say she's never safe with you. You could, love her. You could try to give her whatever she asking you for, and it never be close to anything that she, I still feel unsafe. But then you get with another woman, and she feels safe with you. You feel like she can talk to you. She feel like she's protected with you. Like, but you didn't change anything about what you did
But the
because you
woman,
still was very, intentional,
yeah,
right?
mhm,
I wouldn't say it's the same love because again, you don't love everybody the same, right?
mhm,
So what's the difference?
that woman,
yeah, I was gonna say, would it be the maturity level of that woman?
not even a
So,
maturity level.
so that brings you to the next question, right? It's trauma then, right?
Yeah.
So how does trauma show up in the body, especially in women?
Ooh, there we go. And we gonna take the gender off of it. I'm gonna tell you how trauma show up in body.
I was trying to ease into that.
Yeah.
So I already, I'm already knowing. I'm talking to you. I'm like, I know we would get to this trauma, right? So
Yeah.
it's trauma, right? Because they
Absolutely.
can't see past their own trauma. They can't see past their own hurt. And so then it's like, well, how do you, as a man or as a woman, how do you see that this person is in trauma mode, right? So how does that trauma show up in the body?
I'm gonna tell you how it show up in the life and the body. We got people with holding on to trauma that are financially unstable. They're continuously being in trauma cycle. All of that carries a vibration, and we live in our energy, in our vibration. Every single day we experience what we're really vibrating. It don't matter what you say, how good you look, what kind of designer you got on, but if deep down inside trauma is still in, that energy is still within your body, that's how sickness is birthed. That's how fight or flight mode and that stagnant energy gets stuck. And I try to, because from a scientific point of view, as well as, I'm spiritual, but I'd never put my spirituality off on anyone. But I don't want to shy anyone away from what I'm about to say. So we all, as human beings, have energy centers in our bodies, which can also be called chakra, which is also called chakras. But that energy is trapped. Illnesses, attitudes, decisions, all decisions. There's a thing, it's called trauma cycles. So when you don't release that trauma in your life, you'll find yourself repeating the same experiences in different people and in different areas in your life in different states. Just because you move away from it physically does not mean that problem is not falling on you as well.
Man.
Come on.
So it shows up as diabetes, it shows up as high blood pressure, it shows up as brain aneurysms, it shows up
Man.
as obesity, it shows up at parent with your parenting, it shows up with your eyesight, the way you eat your food, all of the above. Every function as a human being, male and women, is trauma will show up. It's about identifying what about my habits or what about my experiences is connected to trauma. What decisions have I been making that is from a trauma, a traumatic experience? Being able to identify it is only part of the work. Now, what you gonna do once you identify it? Are you gonna continue just be aware of it? Self awareness is great, but people don't know there's so many layers to self awareness to truly accomplish and master self. So now that you're aware, what you gonna do? You could easily say I'm gonna just change what I do here, or change what I do there. No, there's a lot of things that you can do, and it looks it looks different for everybody, but there's a lot of things that you can do to release that trauma. And one of the things that it will have to happen, and I truly wish that people would stop spreading the message of you can heal without forgiveness. That is not true.
I'm gonna be honest with you. First of all, I want to, definitely give you because me and you had our conversation, so I kind of know what you was gonna come with. So I'm just happy. I'm smiling on the inside, right? Because everything that she's saying right now, I've done it, right? And so I agree with it 100% because it's like she's just telling me what I can agree because I've done it.
You've done the work.
Right? Because when I think the last time we and her had a conversation, I was dealing with um diabetes. Well, not diabetes, but high blood pressure real bad.
Yeah.
I had a stroke. I had two of them. Well, actually, I had a heart attack and then a partial mild stroke, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I was going, but I was also mentally stressed.
Yeah.
Right. I was just trying to figure it out, and I'm like, but I kept telling myself, "No, you okay? You good?" I had a conversation with her, and it was about a 2 hour conversation, man. But after that conversation, I ended up going out to Chicago for a while, and I was with myself. After those 2 weeks, I really did some work on myself and internally, right? I mean, I think that was like the most craziest time in my life because when you had to be by yourself,
Man,
like she said, it was driving me crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
But at some point, I had a breakdown moment. I had a come to Jesus moment,
yeah, those are crucial.
and I had to see myself in a mirror. And I don't mean a literal mirror, but in a mirror, I had to see myself. I didn't like the
Spiritual,
person that I see, and at that
Mhm.
moment, God showed me myself. He took me back. It's almost like going back down memory lane. You know those movies when you go to sleep and then they wake
Yep,
in this dream, the person taking you back to
yep,
your past.
yep.
Like it kind of felt like that. And I know this sounds crazy. Don't think I'm crazy, right? I'm just telling you what my experience was. And when I was able to see that and go through that moment, it literally like it was like boom,
Man,
like
it's a life.
what?
So it's a life opening experience. Your eyes are open.
Right.
Yeah,
So going back to what she said about forgiveness, right? That you can't really heal without forgiveness. What did I tell you, Clarence, about how God told me that I had to call everybody that I hurt?
yeah. Regardless, they forgave you. You sought their forgiveness for the way you did them. You asked them to forgive you, whether they did or not. You went ahead and apologized. You really had acknowledged your wrongdoing and asked and released it.
And released it. Because God told me the only way to go to get through that is ask for forgiveness. No matter if they forgave me,
Yep.
no matter if they got past it, in order for me to get past it, I gotta forgive. I gotta ask for their forgiveness. But not only that, I gotta forgive myself.
Yep.
There we
Right?
go. There we
So that's
go.
what. So this is why I'm laughing, man, because I real life had to go through it, and this is why I'm like, man, she ain't lying because this is what God told me I had to do, and I was able to go to these people. Hey, I apologize, but then forgive myself. This is why I also told you the other day is can't nobody make me bear a cross that I already bear.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Can't
saying?
re-crucify.
See, Jesus already carried his cross. He died for us and all of that, right? He already did all of this. So can we remake him carry a cross again? No, we can't. He did it already. So how can I allow you to make me bear a cross for something that God has already forgiven me for? I have forgiven myself for, and I have apologized to you for. Now, whatever trauma that you're going through, according to what I've done to you,
Yeah.
that's some work that you got to do now. Those some things that you got to go through and work on yourself. But I'm here
Yeah.
to help you do whatever I can.
Most definitely.
But I will not bear that cross again. You will not make me feel bad. You will not make me feel hurt because I have done the work now. And not only that, I love myself now.
Yeah. You won't use my past to abuse.
You will not.
No.
See, and then not only that, loving yourself. I never truly knew what loving myself meant. You'd be like, yeah, I love myself, but you didn't. Because think about this. You love your child so much, you don't care what they do, right? You not gonna let nothing hurt your child.
Ooh, not at all.
Because you love them so much that you will put your own life on the line for them, right? You're gonna risk your life to save your child. So if you love yourself, then that means that you're not gonna let nobody hurt you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let nothing come across that's gonna affect your mental status, right?
Yeah, you're not about
Your
to play with
spiritual status, right?
it. Yeah,
So you can't love yourself if you allowing that.
yeah.
If you allowing these people to come in and hurt you and abuse you, then you don't love yourself. See, you love yourself when you create boundaries.
Boundaries is
See, when
definitely
you
love.
start setting up boundaries, see, that's when people start moving around. And oh, he changed. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, he acting different. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Because now I love myself and I see you for who you is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back down that road with
Come on, man. See, I'm almost going somewhere else. Let me stop. Because see, because man,
Yeah.
like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
Yeah.
it. Moving on to the next question. Say, can a woman truly open up if her nervous system does not feel safe?
No, a woman can't truly release trauma if she does not regulate her nervous system. A man cannot truly release trauma unless he regulates his nervous system. A human being cannot truly risk or release that trapped energy if they do not regulate their nervous system. Then remember those energy centers I was telling you about?
Right.
Them first three energy centers. When we have that energy, and that energy is remember our body is keeping the score. When we have that trapped energy there, that is what is being communicated to our brain, and it has to pass what our heart first.
Right.
So how can you truly change the way your body is going if you're not releasing that energy from your nervous system? Because our nervous system sits where our first energy center is.
Oh yeah. That's the
So
first thing that get hit. Boom. When you start to panic. Right.
yeah,
When
and
they what they say, fight up, fight. What they say, fight or fight.
Fight or flight. Yep.
It's in
that's
that moment that you decide which one you're gonna do when your nervous system get hit.
yeah,
So I be doing a lot
absolutely.
of I say again my own searching whatever. They tell me to relax your nervous system, take a deep breath, right?
Yep.
Um,
Inhale, exhale.
inhale, exhale, right? Because I agree, nervous system. If our nervous system is in shock, because I know when mine is shock, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't trust nothing you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what you think?
Yeah. I ain't listen. When my nervous system is out of whack, I definitely am standing up. I'm ready to defend. You go to defense mechanism, like you said, fight or flight, and I only know fight, so I don't do no
I ain't
running.
never ran. Look,
I don't do no running.
I ain't never ran from no fight. Yeah, so I guess we gonna be fighting.
Yeah, we locking in.
We gonna lock in. People,
Yeah,
yeah, because I'm
But one
already him.
yeah, man. So
but
yeah,
one thing about it, that fight or flight, that's really a thing,
yeah,
Oh yeah,
When our body senses danger, when our body senses any type of stress or any type of trauma, our body automatically puts us in fight or flight mode.
oh yeah. Are you talking
Meaning
about the steroid?
we're already getting extra energy pushes to our extremities, whether we need to run, whether we need to fight. You start to see your pupils, all of our whole entire system goes in fight or flight mode.
I
The
believe
most
that.
danger, yeah, the danger behind that, our nervous system is not meant to stay in fight or flight mode for long periods of time.
very true.
So if you, after that threat or whatever it is no longer there, if you're not taking the time to regulate your nervous system back to where it needs to be, depending on how long it's been in fight or flight mode, that will keep your nervous system in that fight or flight mode. And now you're just functioning with a deregulated nervous system.
Hey, that's crazy because I mean, again, because I've been through these moments,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Whenever I get into a moment where I'm not able to control things, my heart starts beating fast. I
yeah.
can't breathe. Just everything kind of, what I'm saying, changes for me. Like I have to be like, oh man, it's okay, it's okay. Uh, oh man, my camera done knocked off. Okay, there we go. But yeah, my nervous system goes in shock a lot. Even now with me doing the work,
Yeah,
right? The moment I get into a place where it's unfamiliar or I feel like I'm being attacked or
yeah,
it's just too much,
yeah.
I get in my nervous. I get into that, like you say, fight or flight mode, and it feels a little different.
Sometimes it be our energy too. Don't ever believe that your spidey senses ain't gonna tingle when you're somewhere where you shouldn't be or around things that you shouldn't be around. So
Most definitely.
don't ever second guess. Always trust yourself. Always take a moment, even if it's just a quick hold. Tell everybody they got to wait. You are your most important asset. Go somewhere by yourself and tap in with your star player. If that means stop, I teach a quick breathing exercise to really rebalance yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to what your intuition is telling you.
Yeah,
Sometimes it is just you and the energy that's trapped. But more than times than not, that is a warning.
most definitely. Most
And I,
definitely.
and I do want to touch base, as you said, boundaries, baby. Wait till them boundaries go from boundaries to non-negotiables. That's a new
Oh
level.
yeah, oh yeah.
That's a new level. But I just thought about that because we can set as many boundaries as we want, but a lot of people boundaries are based off of the trauma they experience, not the healing that they're going through.
Very true. Very true.
So
Okay.
be mindful. Be
Yeah.
very mindful, because even having boundaries based off of trauma keeps that trauma attached to your life.
Still got to do the work.
You still got to do the work.
You gotta do the work.
Still got to do the work. There's really no way to get around it. I think that's the
No.
biggest part that we have to understand is that there's never going to be a way to get around it.
Yeah, I
No.
think we talked about that in one of our early episodes. If you don't do the work, you're just gonna wind up back at square one eventually, and wondering why. And it's because you keep trying to
Mhm.
skip steps to get to that next level, and you're not ready yet. And
Yeah.
so, but I like what you said about if you the boundaries can be set from trauma, because a lot of times you do hear people, men and women, oh, I got boundaries, and you like, okay, what's the boundaries, and why you keep having problems then? And well, you having problems because the boundaries, like you said, they set from trauma, so they gotta. Sometimes you still gotta reevaluate those boundaries and make sure where you at, because as you grow, your boundaries need to grow. And that's just what I believe is that as you grow, your boundaries got to grow, and also your as you said, them non-negotiables when they come in, then ain't no talking. You might as well. It's kind of like when you look up a business hours and you say, oh, they open 9 to 5. Ain't no point in going over there at 5:30. It's over.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I
Now there
definitely agree
is
with you.
now not saying that you can. This still does not mean that you can skip doing that internal work. But
Yes.
as you all know, I meditation is medicine in my book, and a lot of scientists' books as well, and a lot of other people' book as well. But there is certain meditations that you can do to help with releasing that energy that's trapped in those energy centers and that nervous system, and rewrite the message that is sending to your brain. It is a very intense and intentional meditation, but it is possible. But it still does not mean that you can skip doing the work. Trust
Most
me, I
definitely.
tried. I didn't become who I am by waking up one day and thought this was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Um, I've I had a very colorful journey myself, and I've done the work. I've
Yeah.
set up late nights, writing myself notes. I am a suicide attempt survivor. I did used to suffer from chronic depression and other mental illnesses that I was diagnosed with. So I don't do what I do because I thought it was a good idea or because I'm highly educated and licensed and certified in it. I do what I do because this was a part of my life. And I was that person that had no one. I was that person confused. I was that person boundary. Not, I didn't even know what boundaries was. I didn't know what self love that it even exists at a point in my life. Nor did I think self care was anything more than making sure my butt was clean or
Mm,
making sure my clothes was clean. Um, until I really was able to get to a point where, oh, this is what self love looks like. This
yeah.
is what self care looks like. And
Most definitely.
sometimes self care just look like getting people away from you that only like to see you stuck at the level you were at.
See, now we
Some
getting deep. Uh,
sometimes
I think we fell into deep mode, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
oh
she said something that stuck with me. Uh, she is a suicidal attempt survivor,
Most definitely. Amen for
right?
that.
So first of all,
absolutely.
I just want to say thank you for sharing that. That's something
Yeah.
that's big. A lot of people can't speak on that. That's something major. I think right now where we're at in the world, we're dealing with a lot more people trying to commit suicide, more than we like to speak on,
Yeah.
right? Um, I'm
You know.
also a suicidal attempt survivor, um, 3 times,
Yeah.
um, because I didn't know how to, saying we would say fight or flight,
Yeah.
that nervous system that get to, well, maybe I'm better off here because it doesn't feel like anybody accepts me here. Um, and in doing my work, my value was set on the next best thing I could do. And once your value for yourself has been taken away from you, or you feel like it's been taken away from you, right? Um, you lose everything. My life was built around being able to protect, being able to do for everybody that was around me, um, just being the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once I got into a place in my life where everything was stripped away, I lost my marriage, I lost my child, I lost my car, I lost my house, lost my career. Um, yeah, it just I became a very angry person.
Yeah.
It got so bad that I didn't care what it was. I stayed drunk. I stayed high. Um, I was just in a very dark space. Um, and I just started to disappoint the people that I love the most.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bear that.
Mm.
My mama watched me spiral out of control. My mama was there to save me every single time.
Amen.
Every single time it was my mama that saved me. So I even went through my first 2 times were while my mama was living, right? Um, and she called me both times. But then the next time was after I lost my mother because I was like, how I'm gonna make it through this without her. This the woman that prayed for me. This the woman that loved me no matter what.
Unconditional.
We had our issues, right?
Yeah.
Like any family,
Yeah.
right? But that was my backbone. That was my best friend. That was my. I know for a fact if I was to go out of whack right now, they have a dime to my name. They have a place to live. I can go back to mama house. You
Yeah.
know, accept me just like it was, like I'm still her little baby. But after losing her, not that I needed her, right? Not that I needed her to be there in that capacity, but just knowing that she was there
Yeah.
was everything. But once she passed away, and then the magnitude that she passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and mind you, I had just talked to my mother that Friday, and we had kind of reconciled on some things that we were both dealing with. And after we dealt with that, she was going into have a biopsy done to check because she was already a cancer patient, but they was trying to see if she had cancer in her breast.
Yeah.
So I talked to her that Friday. Mind you, so my mama's phone got cut off, and I couldn't contact her at all. So the whole weekend go past. The week I'm trying to call her, everybody like, well, yeah, she good. Everybody just telling me I'm there. So I'm like, okay, cool, she good. When she just if y'all get around her, have her give me a call. Well, I get a call on, I think it was Wednesday. It was a
Yeah.
Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, from the doctor telling me that my mother would never speak again.
Wow.
So how do we go from everybody telling me that my
Man.
mom is okay, me get a call from the doctor saying that my mother never speak again? Then we go from my mother never speaking again, and I need to get there to when they say, well, she can hear you, she can understand what you're saying, but she won't be able to say nothing back to you. So I'm distraught right now. I'm like, okay, I
As
got
you
to get
should.
home. So at this time, I'm in a financial situation already. So
Already.
things tight. People owe me money, and I'm calling like, bro, what's up with that bread? I got to get home to my mama. Everybody acting like, oh, bro, I ain't got it. There are people I thought I could count on. Nobody I could count on. Thursday morning, 8 a.m. I got another call. Mind you, I'm trying to get there. Thursday morning, I got a call from my uncle. He said, anybody called you yet? I said, call me for what? I was asleep. He was like, did they tell you that your mama passed away in her sleep? That's when my whole
Man.
world collapsed. And he had nothing else to say. I
Yeah.
was mad at the world. I was mad at
Yeah.
people that owed me money and didn't give
Yeah.
me my money for me to get home in time.
Yeah.
I was mad at myself because my mama asked me on Friday to come home.
Yeah.
I was mad at just anything and everything, right? And then later on, it came to light that my mom's husband was beating her while she was, going through her cancer trial.
Man.
I was like,
Man.
what?
Yeah.
So then because now I'm back home preparing for her funeral. I'm my only child, so
Yeah.
it's me. Everything is on me. My family wasn't no help. My mama's sisters and brothers was no help. My one auntie, she's in a wheelchair, so she did the best she could. She gave me her car to get around, but I was dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
Dealing with a lot, and I was at the end. Um, I literally lost it. I think I beat her husband so bad It was just he had blood clots in his eyes.
Not that we gonna admit to any crime.
Listen, but
Hey,
see, listen, I can now because I done did my job. Listen, it is what it is, right?
man.
Um, I've already been on trial. Well, not trial, but yeah, we've been there for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I'm speaking on it because I'm just trying to take you down a path of where I was in my
yeah,
30s
Yeah.
and where things kind of just spiraled out of control.
that's crazy.
But when I finally got away from everything, I got away from everybody, and I got back home, I was left with my own thoughts. After I didn't act it out, beat the
Yeah,
man up, I didn't cussed everybody out, I didn't did everything, and don't ever talk to me again.
yeah.
And then I came back home, and then I had to sit in that. And
Nah,
yeah, I attempted it again.
uh,
Yeah.
And in the midst of that, of me attempting that, I asked God, I said, hey, if this is not meant for me to do it, give me a sign.
man,
My daughter walked out the back room.
yeah,
She was a little bit jit at that time.
yeah,
My daughter walks out the back room, and I just break down. And it was at that moment that I made a pact with God. Now, mind you, it's still some years later before I actually did the work in the healing department, right?
yeah,
But I had made a pact with God that I'll never do it again.
yeah,
So for
yeah,
all these years, man, it took me into now. So what I'm saying is, I came back to now to do my work on my healing, and this is where I'm at.
yeah,
Well, now I gotta look at that past, and I gotta look at everything that God took me through and what He had been trying to show me a long time ago about becoming the man that He wanted me to be. Right? See, not many people can really tell you the true them. I don't mind telling you the
Mm-hmm.
truth. I don't mind
yeah,
telling you where I come from. I don't mind telling you that I tried to commit suicide 3 times. Like,
yeah,
what can you do to me? What can you do to me that I ain't already did to myself?
Yeah.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And it's a lot of people out there that went through pretty much probably some of the same things I done did, but just afraid to talk about it.
Because the
Yeah.
stigma that's on it.
Right?
Yeah.
People put negative stigmas on it, but the reality of it is we are all dealing with some real like self issues like that we are blind to, and not even that we blind to it. It's not popular to talk about it.
There we go. There we
So
go.
instead, they hide in the corner and just be quiet.
Yeah,
For some people, it's easier to stay broken than it is to move through their healing. Some people are so afraid of facing themselves, and as if that experience wasn't the worst thing, and not understanding that was part of their preparation to be the person that they are meant to be. We all have testimonies, so it's painful to see so many people going through those experiences in vain. Again,
yeah,
even if you can help one person, and if that one person just so happens to just be you, we are not
yeah,
meant to we're not meant to live our entire lives, which I didn't think that way. What led me to suicide was just that repetitive thoughts of why am I, of course, the why am I here, but just feeling like I was put on this earth for people to do bad things to me, for people to hurt me, or that this would never end. All of those thoughts repeated through my head, and again, just like you, uh, whatever,
Right.
if it wasn't an attempt, it was a bad decision that
Right.
was masked and caused me to suppress, and I was labeled as fun. And I just kept going until the next thing happened, until I was turned around 300 and over 315 pounds. And the doctor, almost every day of the week, dealing with diabetes, which I do not deal with right now. Not
man,
in a
Come on
whole
now.
bunch of years.
Hmm.
Not able to walk more than a minute and a half, 2 minutes before I was out of breath. Um, Passing out randomly because I was losing oxygen to my brain and busting my face open
man,
a couple of times. And people look at me now, and until I show them a picture of me back then, they they were like, no, that that couldn't have been. Like,
Listen, I'm with you.
that was
Uh,
me.
I was just 400 pounds. Man,
Yeah.
I was 400 pounds, unhealthy, and like you said, even having where sometimes you'll pass out because oxygen's not getting it. I'll never forget it. I was in the middle of the barber shop, and I was joking with the barber, and I laughed so hard that I woke up on the floor.
Mm,
He like,
yeah.
man, you hit the floor. We didn't know what was going on. You just was out. But I knew I was out,
Yeah,
but I didn't know how I got there. Like how?
yeah,
So when you say
Yeah.
like when you going through that unhealed
Preparation.
stuff, and you in that place, like I said, I got big. And like right now, when I look at my photos, I was like, I really was that big.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody used to be like, "Oh, you look good. You don't look that big," but I was huge,
Yeah.
400 pounds.
Yeah. I,
so,
I was
and
that size 50.
I embrace it all. And you get to that point, I embrace every aspect of my journey. Um from the suicide attempts to the bad decision to I used to be a cutter, and this is not something that stopped in my early 20s or my mid 20s. The last time I was a cutter was in my early 30s, early to mid 30s. So this is not something that just stops and just goes away. Flesh wounds heal, emotional, mental, spiritual wounds. We are on a healing journey. Every day it takes effort to wake up and make that decision. You know, that decision that you are no longer be who you were and you are happy. Be happy with who you are and look forward to who you're becoming.
mhm,
Who you what? Who you becoming?
yeah,
Who you becoming. Absolutely.
So this and that and
Absolutely.
that and at that point where we get to talking about the womb healing, that takes us to trauma and the womb connection. What is womb trauma? How does it affect relationships?
So it's
This is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do it. Because we'll be here forever. Because I like to go on back and forth. You know me. We'll be 2 3 hours. We'll be going
oh
for.
Lord,
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read all these questions off to you. I
okay.
want you to connect one big answer for me.
Okay.
One, what is womb trauma and how does it affect relationships? Two, how can past heartbreak or betrayal impact a man or woman physically? Three, how do generational wounds show up in intimacy? Four, can a man trigger old trauma without realizing it? Man or woman, trigger old trauma without realizing it. What does healing look like for men and women who've carried emotional pain for years? I know that's a lot of questions.
It's a lot of questions, but there's no one simple answer for it. Okay, so womb trauma. Um, and look, I'm trying to remember all the questions, so I am just going to give you one big answer. We as women, we carry our trauma in our womb, which is closest to our lower three energy centers, right?
Mhm.
Anything that happens to us, that's why most of the things that we deal with begin with our womb. So how can that show up? You said in relationships.
How does it affect relationships?
How does it affect relationship? Are you familiar with the term soul ties?
Yes.
yes,
Just like traumatized, it's living in there. Okay, that energy is there, and what people don't realize when they have intercourse, that they're creating a sexual soul tie, whether it was traumatic or not. You're going to pass it to your next partner. So that trauma that you are holding inside of your womb, if you are passing that to your partner and creating that a part of y'all vibration and a part of y'all unity,
Mm.
that's how it affects it. Can men re-trigger or women re-trigger? Absolutely. If that trauma was not truly released and there was no real healing done, it can be triggered. And sometimes people are re-triggering themselves because they feel like they've done the work when really they just indulge in another form of suppression. Um, and what was the next one? I'm sorry, I was
What?
trying to remember the
No,
questions.
no. Generational wounds show up in intimacy.
Generational wounds show up in intimacy. Ooh, wait, ooh. This gonna be I'm gonna try to shorten it up for you.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna try
God.
to I'm gonna try to shorten it up for you. Um It shows up in intimacy. Have you ever heard of someone being intimate with uh, their partner, being intimate with someone, but then find themselves a little agitated later,
Yep.
Yeah.
or they're a little agitated later? Um,
Hmm.
Energy transference. Have you ever? I'm not. Have you ever? But a lot of the times when not have you ever, because this is gonna be very common. Impregnated a woman who have not been on a healing journey, or have not even began to scratch the surface of a healing journey. That energy is then transferred to that child, and now we have a child that was conceived in a trauma-filled womb from probably a partner who may or may not, but most of the times not, then have not been on their healing journey, which all plays a part in how that child is raised.
Most definitely.
It
So
goes
that's
back
how
to
it
passing
shows.
on trauma.
That's how it shows up. A lot of people are a lot of people are holding trauma that they were not even a part of the experience. They were passed down trauma from generation to generation.
There we go.
That's what we
You know,
talk
we
about.
always talk about passing our trauma down to our kids.
People think
And
that
we
it
have to,
only can happen based off of
right,
what you teach them, or
correct.
the domestication that they have to go through. Um, that's
So,
not the case.
so what we're saying, it starts from birth,
Yeah.
before they even exit the womb. You know.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So this is why they say it's so important that when you get somebody pregnant, that you treat them right, that that you take care of them, show them compassion and everything during that time, because that can be a lot. It's already a lot. And then a lot of times you don't even know what people dealing with because you haven't really took the time to get to know the person you impregnate them most of the time. Even
Mm.
above. You probably
Yeah.
met some because I ain't gonna like some people you probably met one night and they pregnant now,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
find out later
Ooh.
this person and got all kind of things going on. They like they've been raped, they've been a part of abuse, abusive house,
Hmm.
just and that's a lot that they carrying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you
And it
wonder why your
really
child feel the way they feel.
Man, that's crazy.
and you could treat a woman like she is the on top of you can hand her the world, but everything starts with self. That brings you back to the question of how can you be with a woman that does not feel emotionally safe, even though you've done all the things for her to be safe, and she's still saying she's not safe. That's the same thing with a woman with wounds in her womb, or entrapped energy in her womb. You can be rub her feet every day. You could do all these things, but that will still not prevent her from transferring trauma that was there to the child, or from her from holding on to it. She
You
has to
can't
do that internal work herself.
you can't
You could
expect her to
help her.
open up to you when she ain't open up with herself.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
That's very true.
Um,
Absolutely.
so with that being said, right, because we on this line right now, becoming safe as a man. From your perspective, what does a healed masculine presence feel like?
Are we talking flesh wounds?
Just presence, just overall.
Because flesh wounds heal. Everything else is healing. So what that feels like is a man that's not afraid to express himself. I appreciate a man that says his boundaries. Like, if you're not okay with that, okay, cool. A healed man is respecting himself, understanding that he is his biggest asset, not in a selfish way, for the good of all and the harm of none. A healing man is not going to put himself in situations where it reminds him of his past, but his present and his future, or have his partner attached to anything from his past that led him nowhere. There's a lot of different things. It's safe, it's secure. He's sure of himself. He's not out here trying to figure out if he's on the should he do this healing thing, or is he still out here trying to be on the block with his boys, or he understands what it means to respect oneself. He's gonna respect himself, so he's gonna respect the people he's encountering too, in all
Mhm.
aspects. And that's just not the nice way. Because a lot of people, the misperception about me is that, I do love everybody, but I will tell you when I don't like you. I will tell you, I will tell you when your time, and sometimes I won't even tell you, but I'm
Oh
gonna
my
always
God.
somebody that chooses them. I I honor myself, and that's a form of me honoring myself. If you are doing things, a man that knows somebody is doing things that he is not in alignment with, first of all, you know what alignment means.
Yeah.
That's what being around a healing man is about. He knows himself. He's not afraid to face himself. He's not afraid of his past. He's not afraid to mention his present. He has no fear. And I know, I I know this may not sit well with a lot of people's beliefs, and that's okay because I have my own and I respect everybody else's. So I say this with love. In my eyes, a man does not fear God. God has, and we all are an image of His creation. So that energy, His energy, is flowing through us. In order to truly walk in the light of God, we have to honor ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to respect ourselves. So I don't fear God, because why are you fearing God? You're honoring God. You're honoring His energy that's flowing through you. He is a forgiver, a healer, and everything under the sun. He is you. So why are you fearing God? You're fearing yourself. Now don't go out here being disrespectful, because God don't bless no mess either.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in fear, that means that you're still not working on yourself. I mean, let's be honest, because when you truly know God, right? I don't think you are afraid of God, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's an honor, a respect that you have for Him to not do the things that He's asking us not to do, to honor Him. If you are in fear, that means that you're still doing the things that He asked you not to do, and you're afraid of what that wrath gonna look like. Now, you saying that, maybe
Yeah.
I can see you being afraid, right? But I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
afraid of God. I'm in love with God. I'm in love with knowing the type of person that He is, to be able to take me through what I've been through in my life and still love me after all that I've done in my life.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing but love Him. I can't do nothing but bow. I can't do nothing but respect and honor who He is. Um, I can't, like when you say a man died on a cross so that I may have life and have it more abundantly.
Most definitely.
How do you not honor that? Because how many people
Mm.
gonna die for you out here?
And it ain't a whole lot. I promise you.
They gonna make a Facebook status and
Put a
say
hashtag in front of you.
and
Look,
pull up old text messages from 6 years ago and say, "Man, we was supposed to meet." Put your
listen,
hand
you hear me?
anytime. It don't matter where you're at in life or what you're doing or how far, even if you're not even in the healing journey. Because just going back to myself, I remember being in my 20s, didn't even know why, didn't know what they was talking about, but I still got up every Sunday and I went to church. um I still like, God, they said you will help, so I'm just trusting. I had a mustard seed of faith for a really long time. Granted, I was still in that trauma, I was still heavy in those trauma cycles, but something kept me close to God. Whether it was being at church, very confused about what they was talking about in my early mid-20s, didn't know, but I knew that I had to be there. I knew that I had to show up. I knew that I had to keep praying. And I knew, granted, some of them conversations with God was not the best. But what I learned was no matter where you're at in life, only time God is not with you is when you feel and you think that He's not with you. But anytime you want to feel His presence, just place your hand over your heart and feel your heartbeat and know that's the energy of God that's flowing through you, and you have purpose. You are meant to be here. You're meant to grow. You're meant to have the experiences and learn from them. Nobody's journey is in vain unless you allow it to be in vain.
I think God been with me all. Well, I know He's been with me all week this week.
Man.
Uh, like I told you earlier, man, just on my way
And
to drop the kids off to school and whatnot. been, I don't know, it's like I've been in a deep meditation while I'm driving.
Yeah.
And, I'm trying to hide from the kids that I'm crying over there. I'm
Yeah.
driving and
Yeah.
look, I'm trying to got my glasses on. And I'm trying to, wipe that little tear for
Oh yeah.
that glass.
Oh yeah.
But being in deep meditation with God for the last couple of days, man, it's just like I have my gospel playing in the morning. I get to work. I'm reading my Bible. I'm just wanting to feel closer
Yes.
to Him, right?
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm going through so much, and I'm like, I just want to be closer to you.
Your
I just
presence.
want to feel you. See, there's the thing.
Yeah.
Most people run from God when they go through things. I run to Him. You get what I'm saying? Like the moment something that adding up to me, I gotta get closer to God. Something wrong. If you're
Yeah.
not running, and I don't run to God just because I'm going through something, but there are just moments in life where you just want to. It's like your mama or your daddy when you're growing up, right? You sleeping in your room and it's dark. You're like, I don't like this. I'm gonna go see with mama tonight because they made you feel protected. Wasn't none in the room that was gonna harm you, but you felt more protected when you was closer to your protector.
Most definitely.
You felt safe, right? When you was closer to your protector, to the person that that controls it all.
Yeah.
So that's the space I've been in lately. Just
Yeah.
wanting to be closer to God because once I feel safe, I can make everybody around me feel safe.
Most definitely.
Once I know that I'm in a stable place mentally, I can be that stable place for everybody else around me, for my home. And I think that's kind of where we get. Because one of the questions I had for you was, can meditation or self-awareness practices help me become more stable? I agree that it can, but go ahead, Felicia.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything starts with self. Everything. So many people have been taught the different meanings and different ways that of what selfish looks like, when a lot of those things we're actually supposed to be doing. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be putting ourselves first. We're supposed to be taking time out and taking care of ourselves. Self awareness is huge. Is huge. That's when you practice self awareness, that's how you're able to identify trauma cycles, limiting beliefs. You're able to identify how the things that you're feeling and the things that you're dealing with, is it something from present or is it something from your past that you have not dealt with? Meditation is a way for you to connect with your higher power, connect with your higher self, and really be in tune. It's also the way to do quite a few other things, such as releasing that trapped energy that's stuck in your nervous system. It's a lot of neuroscientific things that you can do through meditation, but most importantly, that's the best way to communicate with God. And it does not always look the same. I will meditate talking to somebody. Granted, I have been doing this for a while and I know I do a lot of different type of meditations, but people feel that you always need to be in a certain position. You always need to have a certain type of music, or you need to be in a certain space. Absolutely not. Anytime you are able to silence the mind, silence the body, and calm the spirit, and really focus on your heart and really calm down and make that connection. Sometimes it's not always about having a conversation. Sometimes it's silence in the mind, body, and soul to listen, to be still,
Yeah.
and understand that when we when you don't know how to be still, we're constantly having pouring our energy into other places and other things. But when we are sitting in stillness and focusing on ourselves, we're able to detach from everything external of us and pour that energy back into us. If you were just sitting in stillness and start talking to your body, start praising your body, start praising God, open up your heart. There's a certain meditation you can do to open up your heart as well. So, absolutely, it can get you to stability and beyond. The more you know about yourself, the more you put yourself in a position to grow.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. We're gonna take a moment here and just go go into a brief song here, just to
Make me a man you can lead,
you know.
and a man she can trust.
I done learned that strength ain't volume. It's knowing when to kneel. It's choosing truth over ego when pride is what I feel. I was loud, but I wasn't needed. I was present, but not home. Said I wanted real love, but I ain't surrendered control. See, love don't live in performance. It don't thrive in disguise. It grows when a man stops running and looks at God in the eye. I was fighting for position, now I'm fighting for peace. Asking God, break the boy in me and let the grown man increase. I don't want to just say I'm different. I don't want to just say I'm different. I want to live it when it's hard. I don't want to just quote scripture. I want to guard her heart, make me a man that love can trust, not just words, but consistent enough when storms come down. I don't self-destruct, I stand in faith, I adjust. Make me a man that God can lead, obedient, planted seed, not moved by fear or what I need, but aligned with destiny. I'm becoming the man love can trust. The man God can lead. I used to think love was passion, butterflies and late night calls. Now I know it's sacrifice, choosing her when ego falls. It's praying before reacting, it's covering what she can't see. It's healing what's still broken, so my past don't bleed on we. And it's fathering with intention, it's standing on what is right. It's loving her in her softness and protecting her through the fight. It's consistency over charisma, integrity over hype. Just knowing she feels safe because I walk in the light. Oh, don't wanna just talk about growth, I wanna grow through the fire. I don't wanna demand her trust, I wanna earn her desire. I don't wanna demand her trust, I wanna earn her desire. Oh, make me a man that love can trust, not just when within. See your lust when pressure hits, I don't combust, I stay solid, I adjust. Make me a man that God can lead, humble enough to concede, strong enough to intercede, walking where he wants my feet. I'm becoming to break my pride, refine my heart, teach my hands where to start. If I'm wrong, correct my way. I don't want to lead her on, I'm trying to lead my own way. Teach me patience, teach me grace. Let your spirit set the pace. Make me a man can trust people when nobody's watching us. Not just a title, not just a rush, but like a deep, unshaken trust. Make me a man that God can lead. Submitted mind, surrendered knees, built on truth, planted deep. So what I sow is what we reap. I'm already becoming the man God can lead.
I wrote that song just for this show, just so y'all know.
I was sitting here like, oh, that's a perfect song for this.
I wrote that song just for this show, man. Just to kind of connect it with what we're talking about. I feel like we've been having a great show. I feel like we are deep into, what love is and how love can, make us be trusted, right? Becoming a man love can trust. It's self-work. It's self-love. It's self-help. I think at the end of this show, we really came into the reality that it's all about self. Yeah. The work that you do on self, with self, right, reflects in how you love everybody else, how you move. You can you can feel the energy. When you've done the work on yourself, when you truly done the work on yourself, people can feel the energy. just first started doing the work on myself, and I was really just like locked in. People hit me up, and they, I was taking my photos when we took those photos.
Yeah.
Somebody called me and was like, "Man, you look so bright. You look so full of life."
Yeah.
And that's what let me know that I was really doing work on myself.
Yeah.
Because you can see when a person is doing the work. You ain't gotta ask them. You ain't gotta ask if they doing work because you gonna know. If you don't see it, they ain't doing it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, I really love what we talked about today. Felicia, I want to say thank you for coming through tonight. It's so much more that I had to talk about.
Yeah.
But I know we kind of, ran a long way. I know that if I keep talking to you, we'll be on for about 2 or 3 more hours just because this is a topic that is so great. And it's so deep. You can go look. You can go in so much deeper.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because it's just one of them. It's just one of them topics, right? Especially when you talking about love and relationships.
Yeah.
Because love is not just about love with your partner. It's love with your kids. Love with your parents. Love with the people that are around you. How can people trust your love?
Yeah.
How can I trust your love if you can't trust yourself? Right.
Yeah.
And so this is the bigger part of what this is about. Not just about loving my partner, right? But about loving my kids. Because sometimes you be questioning yourself, do you even love your kids enough?
Yeah.
Because when you really damaged and you really going through, why do you think people get their kids up? Because they don't know if they got enough love to give them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they ain't got enough love for themselves.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
You ever got to a point where you just didn't have no more to give?
Absolutely.
Got nothing to give.
Absolutely.
Everybody keep pulling at you, and you just like, what can I do? I don't got nothing to give you.
People will still try to pour. They still pour. They're pouring from a cup that don't even have a bottom at this point. And that's, that's why I do what I do. Because we're supposed to pour from our overflow. We're not even supposed to pour from our own cup. We're supposed to pour from our overflow. And in order to create overflow, we have to pour into our own cup first.
Amen.
It's not about anybody accepting. You have to learn how to accept your love yourself before you can even think about what other people will accept or what other people will think. Because sometimes we just need to mind our business.
Say it again.
Baby.
What PMJ said, sometimes we take on fights that ain't even our battle.
Yeah.
Ain't got nothing to do with you. God didn't mean for you to go pick up somebody else's battle. You went some stuff that God ain't put you in. You put yourself in it. You get what I'm saying?
Telling you, I'm an advocate. Mind your business. You said what you had to say. When you forgive them people, it ain't none of your business no more. When you give stuff to God, you cannot give stuff to God and keep your hands on it. You give it to him and you trust the process and walk away. Meaning, baby, how you feel after I made my peace and said what I said, that's not my business no more.
Say that again. Hold up. Say it again. I really want them to hear this. Say that again.
Once you tell people how you feel.
Yeah.
You tell them how you feel and what they feel after that. You made your peace with it. What they feel after that, that is no longer your business. That's for them to work on.
No longer your business.
Mind your business.
Let them know how you feel. You then ask them for their forgiveness. If they forgive you or not, you have apologized.
Mm-hmm.
I am no longer responsible for your emotions, your acting out, or whatever it is you're going through.
Yeah.
No.
After I have taken the steps that God has told me to take.
Yeah.
See, that I ain't gonna lie, man. I be listening. It's just when God talk to you, he be talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you ever thought it was feeling some way and you start asking questions like, well, God, well, maybe I do need to do more. So just right now, you just hearing that from you, let me know. Like he like, no, nothing else you need to do. You done enough.
When you give it to God, you gotta really give it to God. I know a lot of people say give it to God, but some people give it to God and like I said, still got their hand on it.
Right.
Did you really give it to God?
You like giving somebody your phone and be like, yeah. Like you ain't really gave it to them. You just put it in their hand with your hand on it. It's
When
like
you really,
I only feel
really give
safe
it
if
to
I can
God,
guide it.
though.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And that's where we at in life, right?
yeah.
And this is why I'm the way I am right now. I say sometimes I release things now. It is what it is. I no longer I used to hand it to him and then just hold my hand on it because I feel like I still needed some kind of control. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Guilt,
Control.
guilt,
Release all
control,
control.
attachment.
I don't even need to know what's on that phone. I don't need to know who calling. I don't
Listen.
need to know who texting. I don't need to know nothing about nothing no more.
Yeah.
All I need to know is that wherever I'm going, God is guiding me, and my feet gonna go where He want me to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man. There used to be a time I'd walk around with my hands balled up, kind of keep what I got in it. But now, not only do I walk with them open, not only to release the situations, but also so I can receive my blessings.
Amen.
So I don't worry about none of that other stuff, and I ain't trying to hold on to nothing that ain't trying to hold on to me.
Hold on. Sometimes you gotta try to get away from stuff that's trying to hold on to
Oh
you.
yeah. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Listen, I can receive my blessings if my hands is like this.
Yeah, sure can.
If my hands is like this, how can I receive my blessings?
You can't.
You gotta let go.
And
They gotta be free for
Yeah.
you to receive something.
I no longer need to be in defense mode.
Listen,
God got me.
and listen, what's crazy that you said that, right?
Yeah.
Because one of the questions was, how can a man recognize when they are being defensive instead of accountable?
Excuses.
Defensive instead of accountable. See, accountable is a big word for me, man.
Man, been
Because
rocking with it since I was about 16.
man, you hear me? Because
Yeah.
because the thing for me is that I had to look at myself. I'm never gonna talk about somebody else. You hear me on this show constantly because one thing about this show we tell you is that we go through from real life experiences. So I'm on here to tell you about my life. I'm on here to tell you what I've been through and how I'm getting to the next level through God leading me, through God leading us, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna hear me always talk about myself because this is the journey. This is why I'm already him podcast is even here.
Yeah.
Because it took me to go through this journey to understand that I've always been him.
Yep.
I'm not becoming him. I've been him. I just had to open the door and say, boom, here I go.
Hey.
Look, you got me over here ready. Look, go.
You know,
That's
you
it.
are who you are. You ain't gotta become the person you already them. You just gotta stop trying to hold on, being against
Yes.
people.
Yep.
You gotta stop trying to control everything because everything is not for your control. Because what's gonna happen, gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because what God wants you to go through, you're gonna go through. You just got to accept it and hold your faith.
Yep.
Everything ain't meant for you to know. You know, you tell your kid it ain't meant for you to know what's going on.
Nah, you gotta trust.
Well, mama, I don't know. No, you got to trust. You want your kids to have faith in you without knowing what you're telling them.
And you in turn got to show that by having faith in God without knowing what He's saying.
Come on now.
The blessing is in the obedience to get there.
How can I ask my kids to have faith that I'm going to do everything that I'm telling them? And they have not seen me make
practice it.
Come on.
We no longer say do as I say and not as I do. We now got to do what we want them to do. We can't carry it like that no more.
It's no longer that way.
What Barry White say? Practice what you preach.
Practice what you
preach. Come on, come on, come on. Listen, man, listen. I'm just trying to tell you, it's so great when you're in a healing place, man, because you can see things so much clearer to have the conversations that you need to have. It feels good to be in a healing room.
Yes.
Right?
True.
You know the difference when you're in a healing room. The energy is different. The understanding is different.
Man.
The power of healing is different. Because when you step in a room where there's a lot of healing people, you automatically gonna heal.
Yeah. You're gonna get
because the energy heals you. This is why I don't want to be around negative energy. I can no longer take you to come in my space with negative energy because then you stabbing me and you messing with my energy and I can't take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about flight or fight at that point. It's about my boundaries.
Well, you know what? When you say that about the energy and how it rub off on you, I know you like to quote Pastor PMJ,
Yeah.
but he said it, and then my wife reminded me of it today. That sometimes the proximity that people are to you can cause either good or bad, depending on what they got going on.
Who you connect yourself with is always the big thing in the room, right?
Yes.
See, when you connect yourself to good energy, and this, let me say this, Felicia, I feel like she has wonderful energy. She's always positive. She always overflowing.
Yeah.
You know, she just talked about that overflow cup.
Yeah.
I
Just
got a
by
lot
me
of 'em.
connecting to her, right?
Yeah.
For the little time that I connected to her, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The energy that she poured into my cup overflowed into my life, into a place where I was able to see things that I didn't clearly see at first.
Yeah. Okay.
Her energy overflowed into my life.
Okay.
So where I can sit here and say that woman got good energy.
Yeah.
That woman know about how to heal.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's one thing for a person to tell you something, but when you can be sitting in a room with a person and you say, yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
See, I don't got to know her to know her. I know her energy. I don't know her personally, what she go through in her day-to-day life, but I know her energy. And because I know her energy, I know who she is.
She is a bearer of good fruit.
Absolutely.
You gotta respect that fruit.
But you know, your good energy will disturb a demon.
Come on.
So it works both ways. It works both ways. So when you step into that room with bad energy, or you step around them people you used to be around, it's not really them telling you acting different or you acting funny. That means that you are no longer vibrating at the frequency that you used to be vibrating on. Not meaning that you are better than them or anything of that nature. It just means that maybe they should do something. Everybody not meant to go with you. You're not meant to be around everybody.
That's it.
You're not going to be comfortable in spaces you used to be comfortable in. The people that used to be attached to you, they are meant to fall off. Some of them are meant to fall off because that's a lot of mistakes. That's a big mistake a lot of people make in the healing journey is trying to hold tight and for as long as they can, those attachments to people, to things, to habits that does no longer serve them good. And they are fighting with their own frequency, their own growth to hold on to them until they get sucked right back, till they continuously get sucked right back into the cycles they are trying to climb out of.
What did we say before, man? God ain't never waited for nobody. Jesus didn't wait. He kept going forward. He didn't say, let me sit here.
Let me go wait on Caleb to get his life together. Yeah. We gonna know. He kept moving forward.
Kept moving.
He'll catch up at some point.
And I'll meet him where he's at.
I'll meet him where he at.
Yeah.
See, God would always meet you where he at. His goal is always to pull you up once you have done the work.
Yeah.
No, not once. He always there. Once you have opened up your heart and allowed him to move into your life the way he's waiting to move into your life. He ain't waiting either. All it takes is one decision could change the whole trajectory of your life.
Most definitely.
Because remember, God ain't never left you. He ain't never leave you. And ain't never judging you.
No, he'll never forsake you. He's always with you. But until you do the healing process and do the real work, you won't even know it. See, that's what I mean by until you do the work, because you always, God left me. God ain't never leave you. You left him.
Forsake him.
You forsake him. You walked off. Even while you was going through what you was going through, he was there. Why you think you ain't dead yet?
We're doing the work.
See, because I ain't gonna lie, boy, I done been through them trenches. I done been down through there. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done been in some places where I knew I should have been gone.
Yeah.
And I'm still here.
Yeah.
I've been in some things, man, like we gonna leave it alone. But listen, God is an awesome God.
Yeah.
He deserves all the praise.
Give him applause.
Come on, man. Listen. Come on, man. We got to give him the praise, because I am not gonna lie, man. I've been in some places where I just didn't know, like, how you gonna get out of this jam? How?
But all it took was that decision. That one
Yeah.
decision, once you decide to heal, that's your first step towards your healing journey. And you got to get tired. You got to be ready beyond verbal, I'm tired of this today. No, you have got to be tired of living a life that is not providing you with the things that you think you desire. What a lot of people don't realize is if it's of this world, it can be yours. But you got to self awareness, aka limiting beliefs, break those.
Yeah.
Believing in
Make them change.
yourself, break them.
Off of
But
'Cause I
once
tell
you
everybody,
make,
like, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. Once you make that decision, once you allow God to move in your life the way He can truly move in your life, that is one power. And now, I will say this when you make that decision, don't try to hold on to the things that God is trying to remove from your life. Don't hold, be ready. Because sometimes destruction is really the preparation for a build-up.
Come
When
on
we
now.
say
You can
things
say that.
like,
yeah.
this person left, or I lost this, or I lost that, no, that was God moving things out the way for greater to enter.
It's a chessboard.
Man,
What do you do on chess? You move pieces off the board that don't serve a purpose,
no longer suit you.
so you can get to your destination.
Space was created. And we don't lose people. We don't lose things. There's space that's created for things that are more in alignment with where we are trying to get to. Well, part of our journey. Because I don't focus on a destination. We all know our destination. As human beings, none of us make it out of this life alive. It's hard
Right.
for some people to hear that. So
It's
it's
about the
not the
journey.
destination, it's about the journey and
Yeah.
how we spend our time during this journey is going to determine that
Too many
destination.
people worried about the destination and never thought about the journey. It's
Absolutely.
not the destination that's for you. It's the journey.
It is.
How you spend that dash in between them 2 dates.
And come on, man.
Absolutely.
It's
And
the
it's
things
not
you go ahead.
it's not about the clothes you buy, I guarantee it. Cuz
Oh no.
it's not about it's not even about being wearing your mask, being nice to people when people can see, and then going and being nasty to somebody when people can't see. Which one you think gonna be presented to you on Judgment Day? It's about tapping into your heart and truly releasing that trauma, being able to not just love yourself, but to love others and to not judge other people, to
Most definitely.
live your life honoring yourself and honoring the energy of God that flows through you. And whatever that looks like to you, we all
Yeah.
have free will. True freedom is when you have freedom of the mind.
Yeah.
There are still a lot of people living in slavery and they ain't never seen a chain around their part of their body.
The mental change is just so bad. It's
Absolutely.
almost
Don't even know
emotional,
it.
but they don't even know that. And I think that's the worst part. Is that some people think that they ain't got no chains on their mind. The thought process,
Hmm.
how you think and how you move,
Yeah.
tell that you got chains on where you going. You won't get
Yeah.
too far in life because you're too busy locked down.
Yeah.
You're too busy
Hmm.
held down to the traumas that you've been through, to just your lack of understanding.
You can't imagine.
You can't imagine yourself outside of where you already been.
That's it.
Yeah. Some people can't see beyond where they already been. Um, you know what? One of the things that I do when I meet with people is I do, have a mirror, and I know many people can testify to this. But I do, one of the first things I do is have people look in the mirror and I tell them, without any titles, without any accomplishments or accolades, without anything external of you, not even a race, no gender or nothing. Who are you?
Did
Who
we
are
just
you?
did we talk about this?
Yeah.
We it's so crazy. We talked about this in one of our other segments.
Who are
Without the
you?
accolades, without
Yeah.
all your accomplishments, Who are
No
you?
gender, no
Everything
race.
you right now. We took the cars, the clothes, your successes, your
Yeah.
just everything everybody know about you. Who are you, man? Because we break down because we lose. Like we feel like we lost everything. Oh, I don't got the big fancy house. I don't got the big nice car. My bank account ain't full. Well, let's just for a moment take away all of those worldly things. Who are you then? What are you?
Mhm.
Where do you stand?
The
What
true
is your
character.
character?
Yeah, man. Why was I saying the same thing?
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this, man, before we get up out of here, because I know we down. Oh yeah, we like an hour and 30 minutes in. I'm gonna say this to you, Felicia, and I want you to tell me, give me the. I'm gonna say a phrase and you tell me what it is. Right?
Okay.
So save love is.
You said what? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say so. It's a rapid fire round, right? And I just want you to give me what it is. So I say, save love is
Self-love,
healing requires
internal work.
masculine leadership means.
Ooh. And a short answer.
Yeah.
Dang,
Or
that's
long
a
answer
there's
is
a
up to
lot.
you.
That's
Listen,
a lot of different. So masculine. So we are all born with a masculine and a feminine side. So in order to truly be a masculine leader, you have to be in tune with your feminine side. And that's just my opinion. Not afraid of it. And know what that means. That means that you're able to show, express. We as women we are emotional creatures. Everybody know that. We
right?
are more of our feminine nature versus our masculine nature. So a masculine leader will understand a feminine nature or be in tune with their feminine side.
All right.
So
And the first step to becoming trustworthy is,
trusting yourself.
and there you have it, guys.
Most definitely.
This has
Everything
been
starts with self. You can't expect external what you can't even provide internally.
that's on so many levels, man.
Yeah.
Tonight has been about self.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so what you need to get from tonight is it starts with self. How to
Most
become a
definitely.
man love can trust. It starts with yourself. Can you trust you?
Yeah.
Can you truly trust yourself?
Yeah.
Can you truly love yourself? Can you hold yourself accountable? Have you did the work on self? And understand that the work is never done. If I tell you that the work I do on myself is done, I am lying to you. And I got a mask on. I ain't really doing the work. But I can tell you that the work is done daily, hourly, minute, seconds. Right now, I'm doing the work
Yeah.
because there is something different in life every second of the day. I just
Mm-hmm.
told the Clarence earlier. I say the devil has a way of highlighting the things that just going wrong in your life. See, it's not the big things that happen; it's the small things, right? It's like a bunch of small things, and it just seemed like everything is wrong. Life ain't right,
Yeah.
and I just, oh my God, I can't live like this. Understand that you have a God that controls everything. See, that's where you got to have faith. This is when your faith kicks in, and you got to know the God that you serve. See, I understand if you don't serve a God. I understand if you don't know God, why you feel the way you feel.
Yeah.
You understand? And so until you take the time with yourself, what she say? With yourself, not with your kids, not with your significant other, not with your mama, your daddy.
Yeah.
But once you take the time with yourself,
Mhm.
that's when you'll start to see something different.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you will see the bigger picture. That's when you can feel the love in your heart.
Yeah.
That's when you can take and get rid of the pain that has been sitting on you and sitting on you. Do you know the feeling it feels when you can finally release
Yeah.
that weight
Yep.
that you have put on your what? Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I hope tonight has been something good for everybody that has tuned in. I hope that this has been something that can help you get through the day. I'm gonna tell you this: if you don't know, now you know. Get with Felicia Henderson.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Get
book
up.
you
Yes.
some time with Felicia Henderson.
I got
Get
a
your one.
workshop coming up.
Oh, see, you hear that? Matter of fact, go ahead. Go ahead and tell them how they can get in touch with you. Go ahead. Tell them what you got going on.
So I am the owner of Yanni Treats LLC. We and every month we put on a growth gathering. I did just drop uh, I did just drop our virtual workshop that will begin March 1st. And coincidentally, it is about self-awareness. And we will be peeling back layers of self-awareness. You will gain the knowledge. You will also gain the tools on releasing things such as trauma cycles, limiting beliefs, nervous system regulation, everything we talked about tonight, we will actually be going over in a six session workshop beginning March 1st. And you can grab your membership. There's 3-tier memberships that are available. I believe we do have about 12 seats of 12 memberships available. And you can find those at yannitreat.com. You can go to any of my social sites, primarily Facebook, to get the link. You can also reach out to me. I do provide one-on-one past trauma healing services. I am also a Reiki master, a transformational and a spiritual life coach. I do I believe in about a couple of weeks, I do limit the amount of clients I do take on, but there is a waiting list. So if you would like to contact me for a free consultation or to be added to it, then just please reach out to me. I I am here. I am here from experience. Yes, a whole lot of knowledge, but everything I do is from experience myself. So
Yeah.
we do have over 60 handcrafted products on our website. We do assist women, and I say we because I did create an opportunity for other women to generate an additional income into their household by becoming Yanni Treats consultant and a part of our empowerment team. We do a lot of community service, and we're all about uplifting men and women. So we assist people with fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, and everything we as women suffer with, as well as trapped energy and trauma in the womb.
So for all y'all that was wondering why I brought a woman on the show into this men empowerment movement, because I feel like men empowerment also includes women. Yeah. Women are our backbone. They've always been. Your mother was your backbone. So if you don't think that women is a part of you being strong, if you don't think women is a part of your growth, then again, you gotta do work on yourself. I think it is powerful to be able to have women that actually believe in our men and believe in their growth, believe in who they're supposed to be, and let men be men.
Most definitely.
Let men be leaders.
Absolutely.
It's more than being a provider. It's more than just protecting. Men mean so much more to a household than just what they bring to the table as money.
Mm. The lowest frequency there is.
Come on. Men provide something so much more to a household, but it's also the woman that provides that steady, stabilizing love and support that keeps him understanding who he is. Yes. Yes. See, when people talk about, man, I don't need no woman, you lying to yourself.
Oh, you lying.
You're lying to yourself. Because there ain't nothing like having a woman that believes in you, that truly loves you. Like, make it make sense. Come on, man. And it's the same thing, vice versa, for a woman. Nothing like having a man that loves you, supports you, lifts you up.
Mhm.
So until y'all get to a place where y'all understand what you are supposed to do in each other's lives to build each other, don't get
Don't
in a
be.
relationship until you're ready.
You
Definitely.
Because
know?
if you think it's about you, you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's about us. We
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
No longer I, me. But anyways, it's been great. Again, Felicia, thank you so much for coming on to the show. It's been amazing. It was so much more that we wanted to get into, but again, know that it's not the that this is the first, but it's not the last
No,
time that we
definitely.
will have you on the show. We are getting into doing some conferences,
Yeah.
some men
Mm.
conferences. So we will be inviting you back. We will be paying you to come out when we do these conferences to be able to talk to our men and help us build
Yeah.
because I think it's needed.
Most definitely.
It
I
is
know it's
needed.
needed.
So for those type of things to happen, it happens with us right here, right now, and let us be the first to step into those shoes and say, hey, let's do it. So we will be reaching back out to you when we get ready to do these conferences and put things together. We're gonna definitely want you to come out.
Absolutely. Again, I love what you guys are doing. I truly do. And I can't wait to see more. I'll be sharing to everybody.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I do
We
know it's
definitely
on Facebook.
appreciate
I've
it.
been sharing it on TikTok.
Listen, we appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it.
It takes a village. Like I
Most
said, it
Yeah,
take a
definitely.
village to raise kids. It's to take a village to raise awareness, right?
Most
absolutely.
It take
definitely.
it because everything coincides when you're talking about being a better person. Your
Hmm.
spirituality,
Yeah.
like your like everything, like takes part in you becoming the best you.
Yep.
Hmm.
So until you understand what that looks like, you're always going to be standing stagnant, trying to figure it out because you think you know it all. You don't know what you're
Hmm.
missing until somebody introduces it to you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sometimes it just
There we
takes you
go.
to hear it. You just haven't even heard it yet.
That's the part.
You ever
Hmm.
had somebody come up to you and just be like, "Man, you strong, you wonderful, you courageous."
Yeah.
Like put them words in, you be like, "Man, I ain't even know I needed that."
Man, pour it into you. Spoke
You
life
get
into
the,
you.
you feel me? Like you don't know what you need until you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's amazing, man. Again, it's amazing to be here tonight. It was amazing to hear you and your stand on everything. Like again, like I said, I already pretty much know your stands because I was the first one to actually come and say, "Hey, talk to me."
Yeah.
I felt like it would be a
Absolutely.
treat for everybody else to be able to get at least a dose of what I got after talking to you. I would say God has a very big anointing on your life, and I ask you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep letting
Yes,
God use you. Keep letting God put you in the positions that you're supposed to be in to be able to heal and release, heal and
absolutely.
release.
I've learned to be obedient. And plus, God's slipper do not feel nice. I always joke about that. When I'm not being obedient, God will come with his slipper.
Yeah. Yeah.
He definitely will.
Yes, indeed.
He definitely will.
So I learned to remain obedient, and if God
Yeah,
can't go, I can't either.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm a light worker in every aspect of my life, in anything I do in any room I am in. So I will continue. May the marathon continue
May the marathon continue. All
till
y'all
whoever's
again.
ready.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and get Miss Felicia out of here before we get up out of here. Felicia, is there anything else you want to tell everybody before you leave?
Um, if you would like to learn more about the workshop, please reach out to me. I am very excited. You will get a workbook. I always provide tools. I don't just teach you something and leave you hanging. I teach you the knowledge on what you're doing, why you're doing it, the effects it's going to have, and how to undo whatever is done, including breaking trauma cycles as well as generational curses. So I do teach a lot. I know about well over 100 ways of healing trauma from every angle. So tap in with me if you're ready. Even if you're just on the fence, then follow me still until you're ready. Then reach out.
Hey, even if you're on the fence, go call her because I was on the fence. Over. Oh man. All right,
Absolutely.
Felicia. Thank you again for coming, man. We
All
appreciate you.
right. Thank you guys for having me.
Most definitely.
All right, man. Again, this has been a great show.
Yeah.
Man, we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes.
That's a long one.
That's the longest show we didn't have.
Man.
And mind you, we didn't even get into a lot of other questions that we had.
Yeah.
Just for the
combine
time.
some.
I even combined some just so we could get through. But understand, man, we are here for it all. We're here for the journey. We are here for the process. And again, we appreciate everybody that has tuned in tonight. Clarence, you have anything to say? Because you know my preacher man gonna take us out with a prayer. So.
Actually, tonight, man, it's been a blessing to do this show. As y'all know, the weekend's coming up. And one of the things I want to make sure I say, because it is the love episode, is like the show said, love starts with yourself. You don't need to look for nobody else to gain, oh, this gives me knowledge of love. No, it starts with you. You're going out there searching for somebody else to give you that love you need, you'll forever be empty. The only love that you need to search for is God, love from God, and the work you need to do for yourself to love yourself. And then everything else will fall in place. What's for you will be attracted to you.
And there you have it. Before we get up out of here, we're gonna go ahead with this one song that I love because that's what we do. We're gonna get our praise up.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Get your praise up. Even when you feel like you can make it through, get your praise. Even when you're feeling lost and confused, get your praise. He can bring you through it all. Yes, he will. When the night feels long, get your praise up. When your strength feels gone, get your praise up. When you don't know which way to go, get your praise up. He's the same God you've always known. Yes, he is. If you woke up this morning, get your praise up. If you still got breath in your body, get your praise. Get your praise. If he brought you through yesterday, get your praise. He ain't done with you today. No, he's not. Praise him in the waiting, praise him in the fire, praise him in the storm. He will lift you higher. Praise when it hurts, praise when you're weak. There's victory in praise. Just believe. You don't have to see. Get your praise up. You don't have to see. You don't have to feel it. Moving even now. You don't have to feel it. He's already working it out. He's already working it out. Get your praise up. Get your praise up. Get your praise up. He can bring you through it all. Get your praise up. Get your praise up. He can bring you through it all. Get your praise up. 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 He can bring you through it all. Just get your praise. Get your praise up. If you can whisper it, praise up. If you can sing it, praise up. If you can shout it, praise up. Just get your praise up.
Yes. Get your praise up. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. But before we get out of here, we got nothing other than the preacher man Clarence. Go ahead.
Man. Hey, listen, y'all, before I begin this prayer, tonight, I'm not bowing my head and closing my eyes. I want to look into your eyes. I want you to see my face. So I'm going to move my glass. I feel like I'm smarter when I put them on. All right. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight, and we're asking for continued prayers and guidance. And more importantly, we're asking for healing of those that have started their self-love journey. And for those that don't even know that they need it, we ask that you touch their heart, soften their heart, and heal whatever they're going through, and open that path for them to go ahead and begin that journey. God, a healed heart is a blessed heart. It's one that can pour into others that can love on others, and only you give that guidance and can show them what genuine love is like. No other love on this earth matches the love that you sent your son to die for us. None of that, nothing we experience can match that. God, we ask that as we go through this upcoming weekend, this upcoming week, that not only do we begin our journey of self-love, but we grow closer to you. We study your word more. We learn from you more. And we be a living example as we go through each and every day of what you would ask us to be here on earth. Love is a powerful tool, not just to your children, not just to your mate, but to your fellow man, your fellow woman, your fellow human being. If we would lead with love, we would be one step closer to being the people that you ordained us to be. In your mighty son, Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. And amen.
Amen, amen.
Well, we're about to go ahead and get out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. And make sure that tomorrow you love, love, and love.
Be easy.
Yeah. See, some things ain't up for debate. Some things God stamped on you before you ever took your first breath. This one for everything He put inside me. I'm already him, I ain't tryna prove nothing. Favor been on me since the day that I came running. I ain't gotta chase what God already said. I walk in authority, I'm spirit led. I'm already him, yeah, the promise in my bones. This word became flesh, now it live inside my soul. I don't pray in fear, I pray like I'm His king. God wrote my name in heaven, I'm already him.